Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in the last video we have seen how to create a free BTP trial account and its integration with Eclipse. Today we will see how to create a simple ABAP application in ABAP on cloud environment. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, we need to create a ABAP package in which we will store all our objects. So yeah, let's create this package. We need to provide the package name. So as you can see that I'm entering here. Then we will provide the description and we'll move to next. We need to provide the super package name also here. And let's move to next, and then we'll finish this package creation. As part of this application we will create a few database table, for example for sales header and item. Then we will create CDS view entities, then a basic service. But first of all, let's add our package in favorite packages. Let's do that first. Let's create our first database table for sales header data. Yeah, then we'll navigate to new other repository packages. We need to provide a table here. In search we'll get database table. Next we will provide our table name and description for the table. Then move to next, finish. This is the basic structure we will get for the table. We need to provide column names here, which we will use as part of sales order header. So yeah, let's provide the column names here. So these are the columns which we added. Now save and activate the table. Now we will create our second table, which is for sales item data. Process is same for table creation. Yeah, let's search database table here, and next we need to provide the table name and table description for item data. Move to next, finish. This is the basic structure for item data table. We'll add other columns which are needed as part of item data. Okay, as you can see, these are the columns which we added for item data. We also added the annotation for label and semantics annotation also we have added here. Now we will create a ABAP class here. Why we need ABAP class? We need to save data in these tables because right now these are the custom tables and these are empty. So we to save data we need this ABAP class. So let's do that. Provide the class name, description, next. Finish. So this is the basic structure for the class. We will add interface here in the public section. This interface we will need to print something in our Eclipse console. So remember that we don't have SAP GUI here. We are in trial version and in ABAP on cloud. So if we need to print some output, so for that purpose this interface is mandatory. This is the interface which we added here. Now we need to provide or insert the method names here in the private section. Let's add them. For example, we need two methods here for insert data. For example, that is the first method which we will add here, insert data. Then we will add another method for remove data. So for example, we need to remove the old data and we are inserting new one. So for that purpose we have here another method, remove data. So it is highlighted as red because we did not added the implementation for this method. So let's do that. First of all, call this interface method here. And inside this method we will call our private methods, insert data and remove data. First we will call the remove data because firstly we will remove all data, then we need to insert new data. How I'll do that? That we will see in the implementation of these methods. Next we will call the write method here to print the output so that we can know that our save is successful or not. So that kind of message we can print using this write method. Here we can write the message that we want to display as a output. So for example, we are writing here processing is completed successfully. So that means we have removed data, we have inserted data. Okay. Now let's create implementation for remove data method. Method remove data, and we will write a statement here: delete from tables, header data and item data that we created before as a custom tables. Now let's create implementation for insert data method. Method insert data and method. We need to create the declarations here. For example, we need internal tables to save our data temporarily. Okay. Now let's insert data in our temporary sales header table. So yeah, append value hash. Then after that we will insert values, field values in our internal table. Here one by one we can insert multiple lines. So for example, we need 5 lines, so 5 times we will write this append value hash for the temporary table, so which is in this case sales header table. Now let's insert data in our sales item table that we just did here. Now let's insert this temporary tables data in our custom tables which we created in this ABAP and cloud environment. So we are inserting data in the header table here. Insert ZDT from table at the rate LTSO, which is our header internal table. So now we will insert data in our item table. ZDT SO item from table at the rate LTSO item. Now let's save, activate the class and execute it. Yeah, we just executed. As you can see, process is completed and entries are inserted. Let's move to next object. Create a CDS view entity. Basically a basic CDS view here. Let's provide the CDS view name and description. Next, finish. We need to select define view entity here, which is the latest version of CDS view. Then finish. So this is the basic structure we will get here. We will select now from our custom tables, sales header and sales item. So now we need to select from our header table here. Select from ZDT SO and provide a alias name here. Then we'll do the association with our item table. Association 1 to star, because for one header data there can be multiple lines in the item table. That's why we provide the item table name here, ZDT SO item, and providing the alias name here. On projection, and we will join it with the key value, which is sales order number, VBLN. Let's insert all the fields here. Oh, I missed entering reference for item association here. So let's mention the VBLN from item table. Let's remove the extra fields from here, and then let's provide the item association reference here underscore item. We provided it as a exposed association. So when we execute the CDS view, we can see this association data as well by clicking on the navigation. Saved, activated the CDS view here. Let's provide the VDM annotation here as it is basic CDS view. We are selecting data directly from our custom tables. So we are providing the VDM annotation as hash basic. We are declaring it as a basic CDS view. Then activate the CDS view. Let's create another CDS view, which is a composite CDS view on top of this basic CDS view. Process is same. We will search data definition and select data definition here. Then next, provide the name of this consumption CDS view and description. Move next. Select define view entity and finish. So this is the basic structure of our composite view. We will add the annotation @vdm.viewType hash composite. Now we will select from our basic view which we created in the previous step, which is ZISO underscore data, and we will provide the alias name for this selected basic view. Now we will insert all the elements from our basic CDS view, and also we will provide the alias name for better readability. We will add the key field from our item association which exists in our basic CDS view. So we'll add the POSNAR, which is item number, and we also provide the alias name for this item number field. Let's add other fields from our item association. For example, material MATNR field. Oh, I missed the MATNR here. Let's add it. So these are the fields which we need in this composite view, and we also added the semantics annotation as you can see here. That's all. This is our composite CDS view. Save and activate. Let's create consumption CDS view on top of this composite CDS view. Process will be same. We will search data definition, select data definition, next. Now we will provide our consumption CDS view name and its description here. So view name is ZCSA sales and it's a consumption CDS view. Next. Next. Select define view entity and finish. We will add the VDM annotation here to define that it is a consumption CDS view. At the rate VDM.view type colon hash consumption. So this is the final CDS view which we will expose in our OData service. Select from the composite CDS view ZI sales orders. We will insert all the elements from our composite CDS view here. As you can see, we are getting error in anti-GEW field due to reference data reference annotation. So what we will do, we will make this metadata annotation as false to ignore this error in the anti-GEW field. Now save and activate the consumption CDS view. Let's move on to create our OData service. business service here. As part of this RAP application, we will search service and select service definition from here. Next, we will provide the service name and description. ZSRV underscore SO data. This is the service definition. Next, next, yeah, and finish. So this is the basic structure of the service. We will expose here our final CDS view, which is the consumption CDS view. ZC, SA, sales, and we will provide the alias name for this one as sales data. Activate the service definition. What we'll do now, we will create the service binding. Search service and select service binding. Next, we will provide the service binding name and description. Service binding, and binding type is OData v2 UI, and here we need to give the service definition reference which we created in our previous step. Name is ZSRV SO data. Next, finish. As you can see, our service binding is created. Now we need to activate this service binding. Activate. What we'll do now, we will publish our service. After that only it will be available for preview. So this is the mandatory step. What we'll do now, we will select our entity set and click on preview. So this will open our Fiori element in the browser, and we can see our service data here in the form of this Fiori element application. We need to select the columns which we want to see in this application. So let's select all for the time being and click OK. Click Go, and yes, we can see our service data is visible here in this Fiori application. If we want to add some filters, that also we can do here. So for example, we want to filter the data based on dates. So we have multiple dates here. For example, this ERDAT field, or we want to filter based on item ID or order ID, so that we can do here. So these are the feasible feature in this Fiori application. Yeah, we can explore this feature more detail in our upcoming videos. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Thanks for watching. And please like and subscribe this channel for more such informational videos.